You think Biden is not alive right now?
No, the guy that's doing the stand-up job of trying to wake people up is an actor wearing a mask. I mean, there's several different people playing Joe Biden at this point.
I feel like I should ask my doctor if it's possible to lose brain cells from watching people speak, because what was that? I know it shouldn't be surprising that this type of nonsense is coming from the delusional right. I mean, 25% of Republicans subscribe to QAnon conspiracies, according to the Public Religion Research Institute. I guess when there's a large group of people who believe that half the government, media, and world's elite are Satan-worshipping pedophiles who traffic children for their blood, they can only go crazier from there.
When he fell up the stairs going on the airplane, I myself think that that was Jim Carrey. I've heard that he was one of them.
Wait. You think that Jim Carrey was wearing a mask and was the acting president?
And being silly by falling up the stairs 3 different times. And James Woods also, I think, is one of the doppelganger mask-wearing people.
All right, y'all. Please tell me that when you heard Jim Carrey and mask, you immediately thought of this. It's just so unreal. I have to give props to Good Liars for always exposing the right for how truly ridiculous their base is. Was Biden falling up the stairs 3 times absurd? Yes. He's old and uncoordinated. Does that mean that he's actually dead and been replaced by an actor? No, it absolutely does not. That is so far from reality, and while at face value we can scoff it off, it really is something that we should all be concerned about. So let's go back to the findings from the Public Religion Research Institute. Back in 2021, they conducted 4 surveys to better understand the reach and dynamic of the QAnon movement. The survey included these 3 questions on a scale of answers varying from completely agree to completely disagree. Pay attention to the last question. They are as follows. The government, media, and financial worlds in the US are controlled by a group of Satan-worshipping pedophiles who run a global child trafficking operation. 2. There is a storm coming that will soon sweep away the elites in power and restore the rightful leaders. 3. Because things have gotten so far off track, true American patriots may have to resort to violence in order to save our country. Let me remind you that 25% of Republicans agreed with that statement, so I hope all of you are drawing that line from this and many of the instances of violence we're seeing across the country. January 6th, voter intimidation at the polls by armed and masked vigilantes, threats of violence against teachers and members of the LGBTQ community. The list goes on. Crazy conspiracy theories and instances of political fueled violence from the right do not exist in a vacuum. These forces play off of each other, feed into each other, and it's being constantly exploited and stroked by Republican leadership. I'm not gonna lie, as a young person who's actively organizing for the midterm elections, it's scary thinking about what could potentially happen to my colleagues, my family, friends, or the thousands of people trying to cast their ballots for a better future. What worries me the most is the lack of the effort from both Democratic and Republican leadership in addressing this misinformation and violence. We should feel confident in our election systems, knowing that our votes will result in something and that we can cast those votes safely. And what we've been witnessing over the past 2 years is not reassuring at all. Ultimately, there's not much we can do about the people in power, but what we can do is make a commitment to protect and encourage each other in the fight against misinformation and violence from the right. We have to be just as ready to hold on to our freedoms as they are to take them away. And while it's easy to laugh at the crazy conspiracies they come up with, remember, it's enough to fuel them to do anything to win. Like this video and don't forget to subscribe to the channel.